The other major tool here is called the slip tool. We've got a shot here of the London Eye, and halfway through the shot, as you can see there, or 2/3 of the way through the shot, there's a tilt down. The slip tool lets you refine the actual bit of the clip that you're seeing on the timeline. So this middle clip obviously has more footage to it. There's some footage before the in point that we're not seeing, and there's some footage after the out point that we're not seeing. And obviously this footage is from the original master clip as the clip was shot. At the moment we're seeing a very specific middle section of the clip. So what if I want to keep the clip where it is on the timeline, not change its duration, not change its position, but I want to see, let's say, just the part of the clip before the tilt down to ground level, or I just want to see the part of the clip after the tilt down. I don't want to see the tilt itself. This is where the slip tool comes into play. The best way of thinking about how the slip tool works is imagining that you have a window and you have a strip of film, and the window is fixed, you can't change its position or size, but you can move your strip of film behind the window to see a different bit of it in the window itself. On the timeline, the clip itself is effectively the window, the bit of the clip that you're seeing. Behind there, the rest of the media is the film strip. So I'm going to go back to where the slide tool was. I'm going to click on it, hold my mouse down, switch to the slip tool. What I can do with the slip tool is click down on the clip that I want to amend and either drag right or left. If I drag right, what it does is it shifts an earlier portion of the media into the window itself, into the bit of the clip that you're looking at on the timeline. If I drag to the left, it shifts a later bit of the footage into the window. So if you imagine, earlier in the clip would be here if we could see it on the timeline. Later in that footage would be here on the timeline. If I want to bring the earlier bit of footage into the window, I would click on the clip here and drag to the right to bring that in. If I wanted to bring a later bit of the media into the visible window, I would drag to the left to bring that in. So I just want to see some of the clip where before we have the tilt down. So that would be earlier in the media. So I'm going to click on the clip and drag to the right. Now, as I do this, again, we get a couple of readouts. On the timeline, you'll get a readout telling you how many frames and seconds and so on you're slipping the clip by. Plus means you're dragging to the right, minus means you're dragging to the left. In the program window, we get a 4-up display again. So just quickly as I do this, just to mention what the windows are here. This time, the two little windows represent the out frame of the clip before the one I'm changing and the in frame of the clip afterwards. Because not only might I be wanting to change the bit of media I'm seeing in the clip that I'm changing, I might want to match up, say, the end of that media to the next shot in the sequence, or match up the start of it to the shot before. So being able to see the out frame of the shot before, top left, in frame of the shot after, top right, can be really useful. More importantly are the two bigger windows. These are showing me the current in frame on the left and out frame on the right of the clip that I'm amending. So you'll see both these change. As I drag to the right, you'll see them both changing as we go earlier in the media as I drag to the right. So you can see, look, there's the tilt down changing in the out frame. So I've now got the shot looking up at the London Eye in both of the windows. If I now let go and play that clip, you will see we've got a shot looking up at the London Eye and the tilt down has gone. Let's say I decide, actually, no, I want the shot along the riverbank instead of looking up at the London Eye. So that's later in the footage. So I'm going to click on the clip again. I'm going to drag to the left. You'll see both the windows start to change. Here we go. There's the tilt coming in the out frame. I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going. There it is in the in frame until I've got a shot of the riverbank there in both frames, and then let go. And if I play you that one, you'll see, look, there we go. We're looking at a later bit of the clip. Or, just as a final thing, I'm going to switch this back now so we get the tilt back. So the tilt is now earlier in the media, so I need to bring the earlier bit of the media into the window. So I'm going to drag to the right. So here we go, drag to the right. I'm keeping an eye on the in frame this time, so I want it to start looking up at the London Eye, end with a shot of the riverbank, so something like that. And if I play that now, we should have the tilt back.